In three, two.
The story of our family is interesting. Back when I was in high school, a friend of mine, Mike, and I played soccer together. We played basketball together. We hung out quite a bit. And so we eventually, our single parents ended up dating, which was pretty awkward at first. As things progressed, we eventually moved in together. And one of the first weekends we lived together was the twerp dance. And Mike and I decided it would be a good idea to throw a big party.
This particular dance was pretty fun. Typical thing we went to. I probably went to almost every dance I could go to. And this particular dance was special because we were going to throw a party after. Why not, right? What could happen?
The problem with that is almost the entire school showed up, and so did the cops. And
Dad was out of town with his fiance at the time, I believe, and his fiance's son, my soon-to-be stepbrother, Tony, just happened to be throwing the party with me at my dad's house. It got a little out of hand. I think the number of people that showed up was probably too many. And they were there before I got there. I don't know how they did that, but I left the dance and people were already partying at my house. We kind of made a habit of that, so that's probably my fault. We don't know how many people were in the house, but it was too many. You couldn't walk up the stairs. It was wall-to-wall people.
Long story short, people got arrested, went running through the woods, through the snow without shoes on, trying to get away from the cops. Terribly afraid of getting MIPs.
You'd just follow tracks and you'd find beer, liquor in the woods. It was really fun. It was like an Easter egg hunt for alcohol when you're underage. So of course, Tony and we collected it all and took inventory, which was really fun. And we hid it in one of our bedrooms and locked it up, and we didn't say anything. I'm not really sure how my dad found it, but a locked box in somebody's room is probably a dead giveaway. So of course he broke the lock and took our inventory, which we felt was really unfair. I don't even know what he did with it. He didn't drink it. He probably just dumped it out. That's a waste. See, the cops should arrest him. That's a crime. It was good times, but yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that. Now that I think about it.
Okay, so my recollection of the story of leaving Mike on the beach.
And the story's about how I got left behind temporarily.
So the story about the Michelson trip to the Keweenaw started in the early 90s. We went to the Keweenaw to check out some historic buildings.
It was me, my brother Jim, my sister Colleen, and my sister Jill, my mom and dad, and the dog, heading up to Copper Harbor to visit Fort Wilkins, if I remember right. It was fall, so we were going up that way, which many people do, to look at the leaves. It's a really nice drive, and it was a beautiful day.
We were going to Copper Harbor, I think, to look at leaves. It was a disaster, as most family outings are.
We looked at the ravine and went in the gift shop, and we were having a good time. Me and my brother picked up some BB guns, and we're pretty excited to bring them home and shoot them at each other and try to kill each other, basically.
After the historic stops we made, heading home, we stopped at a beach. Mike and I were on the beach throwing rocks in the lake. Don't know what my sisters were up to. When we all piled back in the station wagon, which was named Woody.
And I remember my mom or dad yelling, "Let's go, everybody get in the car." And of course everybody ran to the car. Well, which happened to be a very large grocery getter with wood on the side. They don't make those anymore. I don't even remember what it was. It was like a Chrysler or something like that. It was 1,500 feet long. You could feed 90 people in it. It was huge. All the doors shut, and they took off.
We thought we all got back in, and I feel like I remember Mom saying, "All right, do we have everybody? Yeah," and off we went. And a couple minutes later, Mom or somebody, I don't know which one of us, said, "Well, where's Mike?"
And the car was gone. So I looked up, and yeah, my family left me at the beach. Yeah, real cool. So, of course, I did what a 5-year-old would do, and I cried. And I started running that way like I was going to catch him. It's hard to run in sand when you're 5. You're just not fast enough. So
It was hectic with 4 kids, I imagine, for my parents not to know my brother got out of the vehicle and didn't get back in when we pulled away. As we pulled away, I knew Mike was not in the vehicle, and I did not say anything. And as we got down the road, I realized I could have his BB gun too, and I would have 2 BB guns.
I didn't know what to do. And the only thing I knew was I was stuck on a beach in an area that I didn't know. And I was 5 years old. And I didn't even have my BB gun. It was in the car. My brother gets it now. I'm pretty sure he knew what was going on, and he wanted 2 BB guns. That kind of makes sense, right? He probably shut the door twice. Actually, that's the running joke.
And we were so, couldn't believe that he wasn't in the car. I was even, picking up blankets and looking under them like he was going to be under the blanket. I mean, it was just insane to us that he wasn't in the car. And then just panic. We forgot him. We left him at the beach. We don't have him. He's not in here. And my dad turned that car around, and it was a wood-sided station wagon, and I swear to I didn't even know that car could go that fast. I thought the wood siding was going to come off.
They did come back, but they came back to find me in another vehicle because I had hitchhiked. Because that's what a 5-year-old does, right? My family left me, so I'm going to hitchhike. I'm going to find a new family, or I'm going to get a ride all the way back to my hometown. It was pretty scary, and it was pretty dumb. I think my parents probably should have taught me not to do that. Or maybe they should have just not left me at the beach.
And he was crying. My mom was crying, but nobody else was crying. And then poor Mike, got in the vehicle, and that was the moment that I kind of realized I didn't have 2 guns, and I don't remember much after that. I love you, Mike.
Memories, but they did come back and get me, and yeah, we're a happy family. I don't blame them. I probably would have left me there too. It's too bad that other family didn't take me. They seemed pretty nice.
On the way home, I don't really recall anything on the way home about talking about. I'm pretty sure it was a pretty quiet ride home. A quiet ride home after that one. But a funny family story now. But if Mike was smart, he could have just left with that other family.